Hello there.
Hello.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's open this thing up. Alright, look at this.
Yo, so we got a package from the one and only Yamagata Kobo. I don't know, to me this is like one of the hypest releases of the year. And we have two Damas in here, and they're both natty, but they're both sick. Here you go. So to those of you who don't know, Yamagata Kobo is the maker of Ozora. And they've been making Damas for 40 years or so. That's my address.
Can we do this one first?
Yep.
This is the new REShape in Keyaki.
So one of the reasons why this is like the most hype release of the year for me is that Keyaki, I mean everybody has played the Keyaki Ozora. Have you played the Keyaki Ozora?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Keyaki is my favorite wood.
Keyaki is kind of like the Japanese version of ash, and it's super sick, super dope. Spikes are super glassy. It's a little slick, but I mean, you gotta love the natty and you gotta love the challenge.
It also smells really nice.
Yeah, that's right. The Keyaki has a very distinct smell.
So tell us a bit about the history behind Ozora.
So Ozora's been making kendamas for over 40 years. They're about the same age as JKA. And they started with beach kens, cherry tamas, and then they started making this Keyaki. And everybody just loved it. But, I mean, the shape was classic, kind of old. It was kind of that old, you know, JKA shape.
So that's why they did the REShape.
We'll get into the shape later. I have one more kendama here.
This one is maple.
Yes! Woo!
Alright, so we have Keyaki and we have maple.
Little does everybody know that Ozora has been making maple kens for a long time. I have one right here. And Ozora is very much known for their beach kens and cherry tamas. And then they made the Keyaki, went with Enju, have a few other specialty woods. But one specialty wood that they released about 2 years ago is this. And this is the Japanese maple Ita Kaede. So one reason why I don't think this took off is because this came out at around the same time as the sleigh dog. As you all know, the sleigh dog was one of those shapes that completely revolutionized the game and totally changed the game with the bigger cups, sticky paint, and just overall bigger size. And so I think a lot of people didn't really like this classic Ozora shape with no paint. And I think that's why it didn't take off. I mean, this plays awesome.
So let's open these up. Coming apart a little bit there. Have the Ken. We also got some other goodies in here. Got the extra string. Ozora string is very popular. Info about Ozora and an app. And this must be the instruction.
Yeah, this is just the classic Ozora booklet that, you know, everybody knows, everybody's seen. Comes in the back of the Ozoras. One thing to know is that these Ozora strings are actually a lot longer than the original Ozora strings. So these are actually kind of nice, they're valuable. So I'm sure all of you know that these are the REShape.
So Ozora had been using the same shape for a very long time, and they decided to make it more modern and re-up. This is the JKA seal. This is the recommended seal, is that
It's
right?
the recommended seal. So if you have this seal with the recommended, it has the kanji on the top. You can use these to get up to ikkyu or Jun Shodan, which is pre-dan. Can't take dan tests with these. So the classic shape is awesome, everybody loves it, but Ozora decided to go with a new, more contemporary shape about a year ago. This is actually like one of my favorite shapes right now. It's good for everything. Loons, flips, slings. I mean, it does everything, this shape.
You can see the old and the new, and take a look at the cups, all right? The first thing you'll notice, the big cup on the old and the small cup on the new are about the same size. All right, so of course, if you go small to small, it can fit inside. All right, a pretty standard difference between new and old shapes in general. The big cup, of course, also can fit inside. This is a big size difference. See, that fits all the way in there.
One reason why I love this new shape is like this chunky base cup. It's super thin up here. The cups are really deep, so you can really get your slings in. But this base cup is so sweet and so chunky. And what's awesome about this is that when you juggle, it just kind of falls in your hand perfectly.
The size of the tamas is about the same, but let's look at the bev. All right, it's not just cup sizes that are changing, it's bigger bevels these days. All right, so here's the original Ozora bevel. All right, got an American penny. Good old Abe Lincoln almost fits in, not quite. You can get one side of them in there. All right, the yen is a little bit bigger than a penny. It's too big, doesn't fit in at all. All right, so the new one, take a look at that penny. It was right in there.
Whoa!
Look at that, all the way in.
Dang, that's a huge difference.
Abe is going deep.
I didn't expect
And
that.
the yen right on top of that. They both fit in there.
And this is a pop can compared to... Look at that grain on that thing. It's so sick. It's like shiny. It's big cup to big cup. Almost the same. Yeah, I'd say, I mean, pretty much the same. Small cup. Oh, small cup Ozora is a little bit bigger in the small cup, base cup. And it looks like the Ozora is just a touch bigger in the base cup.
All right, let's do the penny test with that chrome.
This bev's really suched. Oh, that fits in there pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Whoa! That's a lot bigger.
That's like a lot
That's
of
kind of
spare,
surprising. You know, actually, I got an earlier version of this Keyaki Tama. I got a version at KWC, and it felt kind of small, but this one feels bigger. And this is heavy. This is a tank.
And I wanted to compare it to the Kenholics. As you probably know, I'm a Kenholics player. Going big cup to big cup. The Ozora has a much bigger big cup. Small cup is also bigger. Kenholics cups tend to run smaller than primes and pops and things. Let's take a look at the Tama. It's about the same. Pretty much the same. Penny fits in. All right, it's in there good.
And that is the Ozora Itakaede and the Ozora Keyaki REShape. So one thing is that I've seen a lot of people actually swap these out. The Natty Tama is awesome for a challenge. It's great for juggles, feels fun. But I've actually seen a lot of people play these reshapes on Tamas with paint. I am so ready to sesh this.
All right, so Max, what's the price point? Are these gonna break the bank?
So these hardwood versions are actually not that bad. They come in at 4,298 yen, so roughly like 40 bucks.
That is very cheap for a Keyaki. It's hard to get any other good Keyaki alternative for that price.
Did you know that there are actually like hardly any more Keyaki trees in existence?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Not quite available in the States yet.
Oh.
I think these are gonna be on the Kenami USA site shortly. Kenami USA, you're sleeping a little bit. Woo! This is sick!